Hello everyone, I'm Dengxin and my topic is classical and microeconomics model theory. In this model, prices and wages are flexible and freely adjusted in response to changes in supply and demand, and suggests that the economic tends to naturally gravitate towards instead of equilibrium. And the theory was chosen for several reasons, including historical context, self-regulating mechanism, flexibility of prices, wages, and interest rates. Last one is limited role for government. And the theory of classical macroeconomics model can be utilized in this situation, including stable economic conditions, long-run analysis, policy evaluation, and comparative analysis. And the theory of the classical macroeconomics model can be related to the real world in various ways. First one is long-run growth, such as technological progress and capital accumulation align with real world. And the next one is market efficiency and policy debates. The last point is historical analysis. That's all.
My topic is the theory of Keynesian macroeconomic model. My name is Diane Qi, and this is my content. There have three questions. Number one is, has the theory be chosen? Number two, when the theory can be utilized? And the last one, how can you relate the theory to a real world scenario? The first part, the Keynesian theory has been chosen for several reasons. Firstly, it challenges the traditional classic economic theories that assumed markets were self-adjusting and economics would naturally turn towards full employment. Secondly, the third gained popularity during the Great Depression in the 1930s when economics worldwide were experiencing high unemployment and stagnation. And lastly, the theory focused on aggregate demand and its responsiveness to changes in consumption, investment, and government spending made it attractive to policymakers seeking towards to manage economic fluctuations and stability of economy. And third one, the Keynesian theory can be utilized in various situations, and there have three parts about this question. Number one is the economic recession, and number two is employment. The Keynesian theory provides insight into the causes and the remedies for employment. And the last one, inflation and deflation. The Keynesian model can also be utilized to address the inflationary or deflationary pressures in the economy. And the last question is, how can you relate the theory to real-world scenarios? There have six parts about this question. Firstly, government stimulus packages, and the third one is counter-cyclical fiscal policy. The third one is employment and job creation. The fourth one is monetary policy and interest rate. And number five is income inequity and redistribution. And the last one is economic recovery and public investment.
The emergence of Keynesianism is an epoch-making event in Western economies. It not only brought the United States out of the economic crisis, but also had a profound impact on the development of economic theories, economic policies, and the actual economic activities of Western countries after the war. Keynesian's theory of effective demand brought the golden age of economic development to get to the Western capitalist countries, which is the theoretical basis for the countries for market economy system to formulate economic policies. In the 1920s and 1930s, world economic crisis shook the capitalist world and declared the final of the laissez-faire policy. In its place, Keynesian economists advocated state intervention in the economy and the use of financial fix to get out of depression. In the end, the United States came out of the economic crisis and laid at the foundation for the rapid development of American economy. In the 1990s, due to the impact of the Asian financial crisis, China's economic development was faced with unprecedented challenges. Macroeconomics mainly deals with long and short-term economic analysis. All of these policies are aimed to achieving four economic goals. Number one, low unemployment. Number two, low and stable inflation. Number three, close to zero Gini index. Number four, steady economic growth. The problems involved with the above four kinds of economic goals can use the scenario theory. In macroeconomics, oil is an important factor of production and consumer goods. Theoretical viewpoint, the most important theory of Keynes lies in the study of national income. In general, Keynes believed that the national income depends on the consumption and investment, which is roughly divided into the following points. The device factors influencing consumption are income and consumption tendency. Regarding the relationship between income and consumption, Keynes believes that when people's income increases, their consumption will also increase, but the increase in consumption is not as much as the increase in income. That is, the marginal propensity to consume is decreasing. Thanks.